Hi, my name is Jacqueline and I am the Adult Services Librarian here at your Coronado Public Library. And for today's Crafternoon, we're going to learn how to make our wine cork air plant magnets.
Okay, so once you've opened up your craft kit, you'll see that you have an air plant, a magnet, and a wine cork in here. And you should have a second wine cork just in case you need a second. What you'll need in addition is a hot glue gun if you have one handy. Mine looks a little bit well loved. Some paint, a paintbrush, and I would recommend either pot holders or a dish towel to protect your hands. And then some sort of a sharp object that you're going to use to core out a little bit of the inside of your wine cork. Now, I prefer to use like a pair of scissors opened up, but I would use whatever you're most comfortable with. So you could use a screwdriver or other pointy object that you're going to use to core that out. So to start, I'm going to protect my hands with this dish towel. A pot holder is also a great idea. And what you want to try and do is find the area on the cork that you actually used to that was used to open the wine. So you see this side doesn't have a little hole. This side, that's where that corkscrew went in. So that's the easiest place to start to core. So we're going to open up this up. I'm going to protect my other hand with my other dish towel. So you can see my hands are nice and safe. And I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to kind of push in and core it out a little bit. Now you don't need to go too deep. You're just going to go about a ½ inch down. You can see we're getting nice. Kind of just work it around so you can see it looks kind of like this as I'm going through. And I'm just going to keep going. And I'm going to try and make it so it's a little bit wider of a hole as well. Alright, so it doesn't have to be super perfect, but you do want it more enough that your air plant will sit in there nicely. So let's just go ahead and test that out. And that looks like it's pretty happy and secure in there. So let's take this out of there. Now I'll place our wine cork like this. And I'm going to move some of these things out of the way because I'm going to clear off all this nice cork dust. Perfect. Alright. So your next step here is if you want to decorate your wine cork, now is the time to do it. So I've decided what I'm going to use is a little bit of tape, and I'm going to create kind of a slight geometric shape to my paint. So I want it to look like this, like that, and I see I didn't get quite enough tape, so I'll just continue it around. Just quite like this. Alright, so I've got my tape in place, and I'm going to go ahead and paint just where the tape is not. You can decorate however you want to, so you're not limited to just doing it like I do. So now I'm going to get my paintbrush, and we're going to enjoy painting this purple. So again, you could do no coats, you could do some coats, you can do whatever you feel like with decorating. You could also use a Sharpie if you don't want to wait for paint to dry. Sometimes that can take longer than you feel like doing for that time period. And I'm probably going to do a couple coats on here. So I'll leave you with this for the next few minutes. So once your paint is dry, you can go ahead and remove that masking tape. Should leave you with a nice fun design. Mine looks like that. Looks good. So at this point, what we're going to do next is we're going to decide on where we want our magnet placed. So figure out where you want that, how you want it to look, and get your hot glue gun or your regular glue ready. And once you've got your placement, go ahead and put a nice drop of glue. If you're going to use regular glue, you're going to have a little patience here and hold it until it's fully dry and set. If you're using hot glue, it'll obviously take a much shorter time to dry. Okay, once I've got that, I'm going to place my air plant right back in there, and I have a nice festive magnet we're going to be able to use.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure to check out the library calendar at cplevents.org to sign up and get more information about next month's Crafternoons. Crafternoons happen on the first and third Thursday of every month. Thanks so much and have a wonderful afternoon.